Check, check, check.
I forget what even it is.
It's terrible.
Good morning, Pasco High School. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, so continue on our planner conversations for this week. And if you guys have your planners, you can get them out. A general announcement, any juniors and seniors, if you are interested in taking the ASVAB test, that is going to be on September the 9th. Prior to September the 9th, please make sure that you see Mrs. Edwards in the CRC, that is up front in the front office, and sign up with her. So once again, juniors and seniors, if you're interested in taking the ASVAB, please sign up with Ms. Edwards in the CRC. Some other general announcements: lunches. Students, and a lot of you guys that have been here for several years, you guys should know the drill. You guys need to be either inside the lunchroom or outside in the picnic area when you are eating. There is no food contained anywhere except we're at a table. So you need to make sure that you are at a table if you are eating. Once you are done eating and you don't have any food or drinks with you, you can sit along the edge on the flower area, but that needs to be right in front of the cafeteria. There is no sitting on the outskirts. You guys are starting to bleed into the breezeway of Building 15, behind Building 6. You guys are starting to go on the other side of Building 4, and those areas. Once again, you guys will receive a referral for being in an unauthorized area, and we do not want to do that. So please make sure at lunch that you guys are in the cafeteria or under the covering for the picnic table areas. Also, you guys, I think, are so used to our traditional bell schedule. Today is the last day. We are on an extended bell schedule, so every class gets out a little bit later because of this, because of the announcements. And so please make sure that you guys are listening for the bells. The true bells are working again. So please make sure you're listening for the bell to dismiss you, and not you think that it's time to go. Some of your lunches, you guys have dismissed yourselves, and that's not going to happen. I talked to Coach Grayling this morning, and he's already seeing a big issue with hats. And guys, there's no hats. I'm sorry, it's a district-wide rule, and we have to follow that rule. So no hats on campus. Please make sure that you guys just don't even bring them, so you're not even tempted to put them on. Girls, we're seeing a lot of shorts and a lot of short skirts that are also inappropriate. Please make sure that if you take an index card, a 3x5 card, and if you place it like this, the long way, and you put it on top of your knee, the bottom of your skirt, your dress, or your shorts should touch. And then you will be fine. Now, to my part that I am covering. If you turn to page 6 in your Student Code of Conduct, it talks about academic integrity. Once again, this is, guys, make sure I know in today's society, the first thing when you guys get a project or things like that, you go on Google and you see what kind of research and what kind of information you can find. Maybe someone else wrote a paper on it or those types of things. And you guys, please, you can use it as a resource. Please make sure you're citing your sources. First of all, make sure it's a credible source. That is huge. And if you do, just make sure you give credit. Don't take it, highlight it, copy it, and then paste it into your document and take credit for yourself. That is going to land you with a 0 in your classrooms. It also could get you a referral for cheating in academic integrity. So please make sure you read that section, and please make sure that you abide by that in all your classes. Another very, very, very serious topic to discuss, if you turn to page 15, and it's on harassment and bullying. Guys, in today's society, I know you guys have many, many, many avenues, and you guys try to find more avenues as we try to get a grasp on some of the ones you do have. But your Kik, your Instagram, your Snapchats, your Facebook accounts, your Twitter accounts, all of that, if you are harassing or if you are bullying someone on those, someone can bring those in. Half the time it's a friend of a friend who sees this going on, and they bring that to the attention of the admin, and we can use that documentation. So please make sure, I always tell kids, if you would not want something posted on a billboard as you're driving down 75, if you would not want what you are typing posted on a billboard, don't hit send. If you're having a problem with a person and you would like us to try and do some conflict resolution, we can do that for you. Some other things that we can do is we can try and, if there's situations on the bus or situations in class or situations in lunch, you can get an adult involved and we can help you guys fix that situation as well. So please make sure that you guys are talking to us. Please make sure you take some time and read this. Harassment and bullying is not only against school rules, but it's also against legal It can be get you in serious trouble outside of school as well. So please make sure if you guys don't care for someone, just act like you don't know them. Just ignore them, move on, and it's not worth your time. It's not worth the consequences of what could happen to you. So with all of that, if you guys have any questions with that, please make sure that you see any administrator on campus. We can help clarify any questions you may have. And without further ado, I am now going to bring up Mr. Brady to talk about a few things.
Good morning, students and staff. I'm here to talk to you today about transportation. The first thing I'm going to talk to you about is school bus. Really important when we talk about school bus rules is that you understand that the second you get to your bus stop in the morning, the entire time you ride a bus, when you get on the bus in the afternoon, and when you're unloading the bus, you are responsible for all school rules. All school rules apply at any of those times. If you're not following them, you can receive a disciplinary referral. I'm going to go through the bus rules. They're very specific, and so I want to take a minute to go through them. The bus driver is in full authority and must be obeyed. Students are required to obey the driver's hand signals when crossing the road. Students are required to wear safety restraints when they are available on the bus. General school rules will apply on the bus, although quiet talking is permitted. Students will be at the bus stop 5 minutes prior to the scheduled time. Students will stand off the roadway while waiting for the bus. Students will board and leave the bus at their designated bus stops unless other arrangements were made by written request of the parent and signed by the principal or designee. Students will not distract the bus driver. Students will sit properly and remain seated while the bus is in motion. Students will not throw or project anything inside or outside of the bus. Students will not litter, mark, deface, or damage any part of the bus. Students will sit in any seat assigned to them. Students will not eat, drink, or smoke on the bus. No emergency exit will be used. The emergency exit will be used in case of emergency only. No animals, alive or dead, glass or glass containers, sharp objects, ball bats, cutting instruments, batons, drumsticks, or other objects that could become dangerous projectiles during a sudden stop or accident will not be allowed on the bus without prior permission of the driver. Large objects, larger than the student can safely hold in their laps, including band instruments which interfere with seating and safety of others, will not be permitted on the bus without prior permission of the driver. Students will not exit the rear of emergency door of the bus other than an emergency situation determined by the driver. Students will not engage in behaviors that could negatively impact the safety of those on board the bus. It's important to know that if you do receive a bus referral, the consequences grow from the first one being a parent contact and writing the bus rules to the fifth offense, which is recommendation for bus expulsion. Along the way, you can be suspended off the bus between 3 to 10 days. Any of the following actions can result in immediate expulsion off the bus. Exiting the rear emergency door, any action that endangers the safety of anyone on or around the bus, or continuous disruptive behavior. The last thing I want to talk to you guys today about is parking, which I know has been a very big hot topic, especially with the brand new assistant principal. Important to know that the requirements to park at Pasco High School are a 2.0 GPA, you must have a valid driver's license, you have to have valid insurance, you also have to have the safe driving class. If you do not currently have the safe driving class and you need to take it to park, or if you're planning on parking any time in the next 4 years at Pasco High School, it's important to take this class as soon as possible. This class will be held on Tuesday after school at 2:15 in the IRC. There's no sign up required, you can just show up. If it's big enough, I'll move to the cafeteria. I don't care, we want to get this taken care of so you don't have to worry about this in the future. The rules of parking here on campus are simple and broad. Obey traffic laws, any and all traffic laws. There's no speeding, there's no excessive acceleration, there's no endangering other people. If you have a valid driver's license, you understand these rules. If you're caught skipping, or if you're helping others to skip off campus, and basically anything that violates the student code of conduct, we can and we probably will completely revocate your driving privileges here at Pasco High School. We have a huge growth here at Pasco High School. I know I've gone through the numbers with a lot of people. Currently, we have 190 parking passes sold, and we only have 300 student parking permits. This is going to require a lot of change on everybody's part. Some of you may have heard we're talking about using different parts of the campus as a special parking privilege. This is true. This plan is not into effect yet. I plan on coming up again and speaking when we're going to put this plan into effect. What I would like to do is students who are off campus more than first and seventh period, I will have them park in the baseball lot. But like I said, this is not starting yet. And I will have more information on how we're going to proceed with that when that comes around. Next Wednesday will be the first day that we'll be fully enforcing parking on campus, being that next Tuesday we will have our last safe driving class. So next Wednesday, Mr. Grilling and myself will be checking parking passes in the morning when you enter. If you do not have your parking pass yet, if you may have lost it, which I have a few on my desk that people have lost, you're going to need to see us before Wednesday. Wednesday morning, we will not allow you to park on campus if you do not have that. Last thing is I will be selling parking passes today. I'm going to switch it up from yesterday. I'm going to be in my office 4th and 6th period. If you're at lunch and you need to buy one, you can ask an administrator and they'll allow you to come down. 5th period, I will be at lunch by the media center and you can purchase one there. If you're not prepared to, tomorrow I will be selling them after school in my office at 2:20. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
One more.
Oh, sorry.
One more.
Any freshmen interested in student council, please see Ms. Huey in the IRC as soon as possible. Thank you very much. Stay classy, Pasco.